Hello, everyone. We have reached week 6, and you are ready for the transformative power of literature. We have spent time in this class coming to understand what literature through fiction is. We have come to understand it as a doorway through which we walk to have keener vision about ourselves, others, and society. Some of us have walked tentatively, thinking perhaps this class was just another box to check off on a list of requirements leading to the specific goal that we might have set for ourselves. In one very superficial sense, it is, I admit it. But this week, we are all going deeper. We are going to begin thinking about the transformative power of literature to improve our lives and the world. While we are not reading Ernest Hemingway's For Whom the Bell Tolls, we have learned much about the themes and meanings in literature, and we can explore how this title connects us all. It derives from what we might call a brief essay by 17th century writer and thinker John Donne, who wrote in this piece, "No man," today he might have said no person, "is an island entirely of itself. Every person," I said that, "is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. If even a clod is washed away by the sea, well, we're all diminished." I paraphrased. Anyway, to help people understand this notion that humanity is united by our inevitable succumbing to death, Donne wrote a line that comes to us as, "Do not ask for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee." And Hemingway titled his novel For Whom the Bell Tolls so that its themes might ring out. This book is about you. You. It's about all of us. We're all in this life together. And this is the journey of literature, so that we can be uplifted in the beautiful unity that is humanity. We're reminded of it in the most when we are camping in nature, especially winter, when we feel the biting cold that everyone feels. Do you want to study literature? Camp out in winter. Go through your morning ablutions over a stream in winter, washing up your sensitive skin, shivering in your frailty. This is why we read literature. It is as sure to awaken our hearts as that freezing water in January. We are not reading this novel in class, but the first novel that made me weep uncontrollably was a science fiction piece by Kurt Vonnegut Jr. called Sirens of Titan, and I still feel it here. The next piece of literature that just laid me out, moaning and crying, was Hamlet by William Shakespeare, and a piece of literature that I read weeping and I love to this day is a story called The History of a Very Tough Cat by Charles Bukowski. It's not really called that. The title's pretty gross, but I changed it. You can find it if you are interested. I'm not adding to our workload now, but I'm begging you to understand that we read in these books, and these books are about us. And when we feel compassion for the characters in these works, we need to take that compassion into the world, and we gotta share it with others so that this world becomes a better place. It was my friend Brad in high school who got me into reading, running up to me one day with a book filled with short stories, and he yelled right in my face. He said, Here, you've got to read this, Chris. You have got to read. Some of you are reading one novel over the next 3 weeks. It's Beloved by Toni Morrison. I'm putting this book in your hands, and I am appealing to you the way that Brad changed my life. And I am saying, you have got to read this. You must read it deeply. You must read it slowly and deliberately and with the sense that you are these characters. You are the tender, you are the fragile, and you are the cruel. We are each humanity, and those of you not reading Beloved this term, I hope that you will approach the literature that you will discover with the same sense of wonder. And then I hope that you will take the works that you have read and loved in this class. Some of you have discovered your own. Some I have helped you discover. And you will shake these works in the faces of your fellows and your friends, and you will shout, "Read! Please, just read. Our country depends on your reading. Our very lives depend